Hopefully by now, most of you have heard about RB8 Cloud. Over the next session, I'm going to be talking about what RB8 Cloud is exactly and how it will benefit your daily life. Time to take a close look. When it rains, it pours. You may be thinking, what's wrong with the backup that I have now? It's always worked great, and I've never had any problems. Hardware failures or power outages is not a rare occurrence. If your current server goes down, there are multiple things to remember. You will lose any work you did since the last backup. In most cases, backups will be set to run at night after the workday. So that means if your system were to go down in the evening, all the work you entered for the day will all be missing. Having to wait until your technician arrives, order additional parts, or transferring the data to a temporary machine on a Monday could be disastrous. What about natural disasters by Mother Nature? When Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans, devastating damage occurred to businesses and the city, some even unrecoverable. And in case you don't know this already, even a power outage could corrupt your data. There were multiple scenarios of some of our clients losing data or all of their data because they were not taking the right precautions. One client lost over 5 years of data and had to restart with a blank system again. If anything happened to your building and you couldn't get to your server and internet, with RB8 Cloud, you can call us and ask us to email you your future calendar. That long vacation you desperately needed could all be ruined by one careless mistake. Save the trouble and leave all the work to RB8 Cloud. Now on to another topic that is just as important, your current repository files. It's your responsibility to store and maintain all files. Repository files can be sensitive case information, so security must be a priority. Are you taking the right precautions? You set backups for RB8 data, but what about all your repository files? Are they being backed up constantly? Do you even know? As you're uploading more exhibits, transcripts, or other case files to your repository, the size will grow exponentially. Eventually, your hard drive will run out of space and planning for upgrade is required. Every cloud has a silver lining. Ours is RB8 Cloud. Your RB8 system is hosted on remote servers provided by Microsoft Azure platform. This is not a stripped down version, so you won't notice anything different about RB8. Since RB8 Cloud will be mirroring your data between different servers, there will not be any downtime. If one server goes down, the other server automatically takes over. Keep in mind that RB8 Cloud is not only a better backup solution, but it's the best kind of uptime solution. You may have expensive backup utilities set up at your office, but the time it takes to get your backup running could cost you money in the end. Not to mention even the latest data restored. Time is money after all. There are no worries about opening necessary ports for remote connection or RB web setup. The hassle of contacting your technician to configure settings or the trouble of moving office locations is completely eliminated. How great would it feel if you never had to think about your data from being compromised or wondering if your RB8 will be compatible with the next Microsoft Server OS coming out? Your data sits behind secure firewalls that is completely managed by us, so there is no IT commitment or spending extra time getting us connected to your server. This will save you time, money, and aggravation. While on RB8 Cloud, you will always be on the latest version. If you ever had the situation of calling us and reported a problem with something in the system, you would hear us tell you to get all your users out and then update to the latest version. That will no longer be the case. How does RB8 Cloud handle all of your needs? In this diagram, I will explain how RB8 Cloud cluster environment is set up. First, you have your original SQL server being mirrored by a secondary server in the event that one system goes down. This is better than having just a backup because you always have real-time data. Then you have your repository files stored in the cloud. You can increase storage easily at any time. Since RB Web will now be on the same network as RB8, performance and speed will increase. There are no port configurations or switching IP addresses necessary. This also makes RB Web more secure. Finally, at the bottom of the diagram is going to be your setup. The only thing that is necessary to use RB8 are your laptops and desktops. You can see all of the servers and network configurations will be handled in the Microsoft Azure Cloud managed by us. This is an ideal environment to keep RB8 and RB Web running smoothly with backup and security. So what does this eliminate exactly? Your current or future servers for RB8. Upgrading hardware and software or moving your server will no longer be required. 24 hours, 7 days a week, your data will be mirrored and backed up. You can upload as many files as you want without worrying of running out of space. If you don't have access to your server or tired of getting hold of us and the technicians to work together, with no system to maintain for your RB8 server, there are no need for ongoing IT commitments. When wanting to add plugins to RB8 or RB Web 8, you will no longer need a third-party software such as Wowza Media or SQL Server. RB8 includes all of that at no additional cost. What is the process of moving to RB8 Cloud? We will work with your schedule at no additional cost. If you cannot afford to be down during business hours, scheduling this over the weekend will not be a problem. We will do all the work for you, transferring all of your data and assisting with configuring your workstations. The next morning, when you come into your office and use RB8, nothing will be changed. You can continue to work your daily tasks on normal schedule. Using VPN software, LogMeIn, or other kinds of remote connection, all of that will no longer be required to use RB8. We launched RB8 Cloud 7 months ago and currently have 25 clients on it. We asked them what they thought about being on RB Cloud since they've migrated. From the responses we got, overall, most people are satisfied with being on RB8 Cloud. Everybody would recommend it to other RB8 users. But pricing is always a tricky question, especially if someone is new or people are not familiar with it. Of the people who have experience with other cloud hosting of their own, everybody was satisfied with the pricing. So what's this going to cost you? Here's a comparison chart. On the left side, it displays how much you're currently paying for RB8 Subscribe. On the right side is the difference to move to RB8 Cloud. The first line is your server, hardware, and software cost. This is all calculated based on your current setup. Moving to RB8 Cloud eliminates all costs of that. The base price for one user license for RB8 is $150 per month. To go to Cloud, it's an additional $100 per month. Then if you have additional user licenses, the price is $40 more per month. But with RB8 Cloud, you're only paying $20 more per month. If you have RB8 Cloud, you can add more storage as needed. The first 100 gigs are included in the base price. For $50 a month, you can increase RB8 Cloud storage to 500 gigs. With RB8 Cloud, you can add additional space by just letting us know. There are no necessary hardware upgrades you need a plan for. You won't ever have to wonder if you're running out of space on your server. And finally, all of the costs to maintain backups, and IT contractors for your RB8 server is now handled by OMTI. So in conclusion, moving to cloud means less expense, less hassle, better security, and best of all, self-assurance.